Notes for Voluspa 8 through to 18. I think it's very interesting that the peace of the gods is disturbed by the three fiendish Jotun who turn up, and then nothing else is mentioned of. And then obviously the gods go off, all the gods go off to create the dwarves. And obviously there's that rich field of names that Tolkien used in his works, both The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. And then with Voluspa 17 to 18, Odin goes off with Honir and Loth. They go to Midgard and they find sort of the inhuman, weak and fateless Ask and Embla. And they create humanity. And they take away our freedom from fate, and tie us into the tapestry of Norse destiny. Destiny is all, as Uhtred says. Some very interesting points there, very curious things to look into. I'm going to tag into the notes on this sort of short video a very interesting discussion that Ocean Keltoi had on Omnipotent Beard. It's quite a long video, but it is worth watching, because in it there's some discussion of science versus belief, I suppose you could call it, where there's the fact, I suppose, of our evolution from primates, and I find it very interesting that, as a personal way of looking at it, in my opinion, that perhaps Odin came to Midgard and changed sort of the path of primates by evolving them into humans. I don't know. That's one of those things that I'm still considering, thinking, dwelling on. But it's powerful words. And it just sort of, kind of, while it seems separate, as two separate stanzas from the ones about the dwarves, when you consider the Jotun sort of turning up, and then you've got these creation of two races following on from that with no real sort of link. I think that's quite interesting. I do think, obviously, we're talking about a witch being raised from the dead and perhaps tuning in to the powers of her abilities, but it is quite an interesting sort of fragment that might not seem linked, but now sort of having given it a little bit more thought, there's links there that are worth thinking about once you sort of start to piece together the fragments, as it were. Anyway, there's just my notes to tap onto my current videos for Voluspa. Cheers. Be good.